I want you guys to be reinstilled with faith that we are doing good things. I just launched an organization called the United Latino Foundation. The United Latino Foundation basically focuses on basically registering voters in the state of California, getting more Latino voters to flip over to the Republican Party. It also focuses on like events that we're going to have in the community, basically helping people become documented and making sure that they get their citizenship, not becoming illegals. We want people to encourage to go through the legal process. So therefore, we're going to have classes to show people in the community how they can help their relatives who are trying to come into the country actually obtain citizenship legally. So that's one of the things that we would like to offer with our organization, to have these type of classes in the communities. So I think it's very important to do this, because if we show that we're showing up into the Hispanic and the Latino communities, people are going to see that we care. And right now, unfortunately, they're not seeing that we care in the Hispanic and the Latino communities. And what is happening is you have the mainstream media, which tends to inflate polls and say that Republicans and Trump is doing really well with the Latino community and it's gone up just because of certain movements that start. They say, oh, well, the numbers have gone up now because of these movements. No, it's not true at all, because I live here in Los Angeles and in California, and trust me, I live here, and some of those movements are not popular here and where I live. They are very hated. They're hated, and no one is waking up. So the only way of waking people up here in Los Angeles and in the state of California is by going into those communities, actually going into those communities and speaking with people and getting them to think differently. That's the only way it's going to happen. And you have to show them that you care, which I do care in a big way. That's why I started the United Latino Foundation, because I would like to go outreach to a lot of these people that are in these communities that are not informed and educate them. That is what's important. And also, we would like to find people in school boards and city councils and get them elected too. So that way we have conservative leadership in the school boards. And I'm pro-life. I would like to make sure that we have people that are pro-life that are elected in office, that are not pro-choice. So I will definitely be encouraged. I don't encourage baby killers like the Democrats. That's what they do. And a lot of Latinos do not like baby killers. I will tell you that right now. They are pro-life. And when people say that Latinos are on lockstep with the Democrats and stuff like that, is not true. When they find out what the Democrats are really doing and the real agenda, they will stop supporting those policies. But you have to go into the communities and you have to talk to them. And even if it means speaking to them in Spanish, you have to do that, because it is a necessity, a basic necessity. Yes, people should know the language. I completely understand that. When they come into this country, they should already know that. But the problem is getting them to understand what they're voting for when they're already here. That is a big issue. So we have to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to educate. Because remember, the Hispanic and the Latino community, they're very hardworking people. They work really hard. A lot of them don't like depending on welfare and taking handouts. But what happens is a lot of the younger ones, their kids, end up in the system. They end up in the process. They end up getting abused by the process. They end up taking the handout and getting the government programs. That's what happens, and that's what I'm against. I'm not for that. I'm for hard work, capitalism. I think that people should be rewarded on the merits of the skills that they have, not on the color of their skin. So I think that's a very important thing, that we have to make sure that we're educating people out there in these communities and telling them, look, this is about self-empowerment, and that's what is important. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working with this initiative besides running my campaign and doing that, but they both go hand in hand. So I think it's very important. So those of you guys that want to check that out, you guys can go to the website at the UnitedLatinoFoundation.org or .com, and go to either one, UnitedLatinoFoundation.com or .org. Go to either one, and you guys can check it out and see what we're doing. I think it's very important that you guys check what we're doing there.